Solving for a variable can be challenging if you have fractions. Here we have a rational equation where we want to solve for this variable m. So how do we do this? Well, first identify the terms. Here's one term, here's another term, here's another term. So there are three terms in this rational equation. And because this first term contains m, you want to isolate that first, meaning that this 5 over k has to go to the other side. And when you move terms, it obtains negative sign, so it's minus 5 over k. Alright, now I wish that this m could be in the top rather than in the bottom. So to do that, I want to flip this around, flip top and bottom. But the problem is, if you have more than one fraction on the right side, you can't do that. It's actually true that if you have fraction equals to a fraction, then you can flip top and bottom, and also flip top and bottom. Here you can't do that because you have multiple fractions. However, there's a trick to make it work, which is to think of this right side as 7 minus 5 over k over 1. Then this is indeed a fraction of this form, so I can flip both sides. So it's m plus 2 over 3 equals to 1 over 7 minus 5 over k. Okay, and then since I have a complex fraction here, let's try to simplify the right side. How do you simplify a complex fraction? Well, the fastest way is to identify the denominator, which is the k, and you want to get rid of k by multiplying k top and bottom. So you multiply k over k on the right side, and it's okay because k over k is like 1. K over k is 1, so it doesn't change the right side. It's still the same thing. But the advantage is that when k is multiplied to 1, it's k, whereas when k is multiplied to 7, it's 7k, and 5 times k is 5. K and k cancels, and you just get 5 left after this k and this k cancels. Okay. Okay. Now what do we do? So the result is that we have m plus 2 over 3 equals to k over 7k minus 5. Then you just get rid of these things attached to them one by one. Since m you add 2 and then divide by 3, 3 is the last thing you've done to m, right? So you multiply 3 to get rid of that. It's just like the problem of wearing socks and then your shoes. When you take off to become bare feet, you have to first take off your shoes and then take off your socks, because shoes was put on later after when you put on the socks. So it goes the opposite order. Okay, so 3 and 3 cancels, and you have m plus 2 equals to, when a number is multiplied to fraction, it only gets multiplied to the top, so it's 3k over 7k minus 5. And finally you have m equals to 3k over 7k minus 5 minus 2. Okay, depending on the way the question is worded, sometimes they might want you to have the answer in a simplified form, meaning that it has to be a single fraction. So we can make this into single fraction by thinking of 2 as 2 over 1, and you multiply 7k minus 5 over 7k minus 5, so they have the same common denominators, and that gives you 3k minus 14k. 7 times 2 is 14. Negative 2 times negative 5 is plus 10 over 7k minus 5, and 3 minus 14 is negative 11, so you have negative 11k plus 10 over 7k minus 5 as your final answer.